this month. That's a 7.5% jump in just 1 year.
But what if you could get an even higher return when you go to sell? Some realtors say staging your home is one of the easiest ways to drive that price up. Rebel 2 joins us live in studio, and how much were we talking about here?
Quite a bit more, guys. Like, the real estate industry says it could be anywhere from 6 to 15%. So that means on that $500,000 asking price, it's as much as $75,000 more just for staging it. And it all is about getting the buyer to see themselves living in that home.
The finishing touches of a home being staged.
Perfect.
Real estate agents say staging, which starts at about $2,500 depending on the size of the home, helps buyers see how they would live in the space.
You want to bring them closer to that vision, like I said before, and they will pay more, it's just a fact.
There are still examples of homes that aren't staged and still go well above the asking price. This one in Roncesvalles needs a new roof and new windows and a total gut job. It's still sold for $150,000 over asking.
Wow.
But this professional home stager says generally staged homes sell faster and higher.
We've seen houses that have been on the market and haven't sold, and then we stage them and they sell right away, and sometimes for over asking.
Zetzer says advice from a professional can get you started. A consultation costs $250.
When people come in to see your house, they don't live there and they don't see it the way you do. What you need to do is get a fresh eye.
For sellers who may want to go the DIY route, Zetzer says the first tip is to declutter.
You judge a room from the door. You stand at the door and you look at the room, and that's where the buyer will look in the room. We don't even know if they're going to walk in.
Tip number 2, proper lighting.
If you have energy-saving bulbs, sorry to say, they need to go out, and regular bulbs need to go in. We don't have time. From the time that the buyer turns on the light in the room, the light needs to go on, not to warm up in 10 minutes.
And finally, tip number 3, keep colors neutral.
They don't want to paint, they don't want to renovate, they just want to buy the house and move in tomorrow because they fell in love.
And falling in love actually happens really, really fast. According to Zetzer, a buyer spends just 6 minutes walking through a home. That's my first impressions of everything in this case.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome.